What we are going to read now. The poem is all about the tiger in the zoo. So the poet is actually talking about the how the tiger is living their natural habitat in the zoo and in the jungle. That's it. Okay. So he talks in his vivid pitch, vivid stripes. Stripes is nothing but there are stripes are actually there in the on the body of tiger. Okay, the few steps of his cage. So the tiger has taken the few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet. So there was a velvet pads were there on velvet cards. He was taking a few steps in his quiet rage. So he was very quiet. He was very quietly, and he was in his rage, which means the poet is trying to explain about the tiger in the zoo, and he should be lurking in shadow. Okay, he should be lurking in shadow and sliding through long grass near the water hole. Okay, he should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole. So he should be lurking. Lurking is nothing but the he is very like uh, like in the shadow. He is lurking and sliding through long grass, and he was sliding through a long grass near the water hole where the plum deer pass. So the first stanza is talking about the zoo, second stanza is talking about the jungle, and he should be snaring around houses at the jungle edge. Okay, second, and bearing his white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. So it is talking about the being his white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. So next stanza, in the third stanza, it is talking about other people are very scared while seeing at him, but he is locked in a concrete cell. Okay, but the tiger was locked himself in a concrete cell, and his strength behind bars, and his strength. So the tiger locked himself in the cage, and his strength behind the bar, and stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitor. And he hears and he hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes. And he hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and the stares with a brilliant eyes at a brilliant star. Brilliant as a brilliant star. So basically, what happened? The poet is he locked himself stalking the length of his cage and ignoring visitor. So whichever in the zoo, the whichever visitors are coming, he is not giving priority to them. He is ignoring, ignoring, and he hears the last voice at night, which means the tiger hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars. Like here, the poet is trying to explain about in the cage at night time. First of all, the whole day he ignored the visitors, and then the last was he heard the patrolling cars who is checking, and stares with the brilliant eyes, and he stares with the very brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars, which means in the at the night time. So in the last stanza, if you see, the poet is trying to explain about in the night, so what is the night situation of the tiger. So the whole situation of the tiger, the poet is the Leslie Norris. So this poem, if I talk about the central idea of the poem, the central of the idea of the poem, the poet is trying to explain about how the what is the situation, what is the condition, what is the schedule of a tiger in the zoo. Okay.